Good evening, everyone. Tonight we're reading The Quiet Labor, a workbook for spiritual progress by Peter Smith, Chapter 5, Meditations, Tibetan Color Meditation. Nothing is still. Scientists have proven that everything at a molecular level is in a state of constant motion, vibrating at different speeds, frequencies. Color meditation uses the different frequencies of light vibration to raise the level of our consciousness. White light, when passed through a prism, is split into 7 distinct colors. These colors form the rainbow colors we all know so well and depict the varying rates of frequency of light. In a rainbow, the colors start at red, the lowest frequency, and the colors change, rising up in frequency through orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and finally back to white. As we meditate, by focusing on the rising frequency of light, going from red to orange and then yellow and so on, we raise our own frequency. In yoga, there are 7 energy centers, 6 within the body and 1 above the head. These energy centers are directly related to our physical well-being and spiritual growth. They are known as chakras and have been mentioned earlier. Chakra is a Sanskrit word meaning wheel. Yoga practices such as Kundalini Yoga focus on balancing and opening these chakras to improve our health and raise ourselves up spiritually. Each chakra relates to a color. The first, or root chakra, Muladhara, is red. The second chakra, Svadhisthana, is orange, and so on up to the 7th chakra, Sahasrara, which is indigo. So the color of the light we meditate on is resonating with the appropriate chakra. As we go up the frequency of light in the meditation, similarly, we raise our own vibrational rate too. In color meditation, we follow this scale of increasing frequencies of light. So we begin at red and visualize that color. After red, go to orange, then yellow, and so on up the scale of color frequency. You must only ascend the scale, not descend. What to do? Before entering the room, remove your shoes as a sign of respect and intent. The room should ideally be darkened, although this is not set in stone. As you enter, bow and mentally thank the room for allowing you to meditate in there. If you are already in a room, go out and then re-enter and do as above. It is fine to create a mood by lighting incense and 1 or 2 candles. Only use white, cream, or light blue candles. Don't use darker colors. They will bring with them a gloomier vibration. Some people like to play meditative music softly in the background, which is fine. As mentioned earlier, although none of this affects the meditation, it can help your mindset. If you feel better using candles, incense, and music, then do. If not, don't. Sit down and take up an asana and mudra of your choice as described in earlier chapters. If in doubt, start with the Egyptian posture and cosmic mudra. Once you are comfortable, close your eyes and begin by breathing in and out through your nose. It is important to breathe deeply. Let your breathing follow the rise and fall at the one point, Tantien, pronounced Dantien. Dantien is situated 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches into the body. Don't follow the breath in, though, through the nose and down to the lungs. Just watch the expansion and contraction of your tummy at Dantien as if you were breathing the air in through the Dantien point. Steadily, your abdominal breathing will become deeper, but don't push it. After a few minutes, when breathing settles, you can begin the color meditation. With your eyes still closed, picture in your mind's eye a red of your choice. Try to see the color and hold it steady. If this is too hard or just not working, try to picture a red post box, or fire engine, something that is familiar that you can picture, which is red. Now just stick with trying to see and hold the image of the red for the whole session. When you are ready to finish the session and want to stop meditating, let whatever color you are trying to see dissipate. Picture yourself sitting or standing in your room, and then when you are ready, open your eyes. Whilst thanking each item for helping you, turn off the music, extinguish the candle and the joss stick, stand up, bow to your seat and thank it, bow to the room and leave. The session should just be 5 to 10 minutes at start, building up slowly over days and weeks as you feel comfortable, to half an hour or longer. As your sessions grow in length, after watching the red for a few minutes, try to visualize the color orange, then yellow, and so on, rising up the color scale. Some people like to see the red in a circle and then change the circle to orange, and then yellow, and so on. Another method is to picture the color as a mist and visualize breathing in the mist through the stomach at Dantian and seeing yourself change into the color from the inside out. Either method is fine, as is the method of using an object that is familiar to you, like a red postbox or an orange. It is okay to use any familiar object that has the color you are trying to see. Start off your journey into color meditation by trying to visualize the red. It is very hard for some people to picture the color in their mind's eye, but it is worth the effort. Even if nothing seems to be happening, trust me, it is. You may feel frustrated at your inability to be able to picture the color. I know I was, but don't be disheartened. Bit by bit, you will get flashes of the color and slowly will be able to hold it steady for longer periods. Remind yourself that you are learning a new skill. We all have different minds, and some people see things easier. Before trying out the Tibetan visualization, read the following chapter on distractions and how to handle them. The techniques above and below work. Many people will try the techniques and then begin a bartering process with themselves. For example, well, if I sit for 10 minutes, that's fine, but I'm only going to focus on brown and not the colors recommended. Or, okay, I will sit, but I'm not bowing to the room. No way, that's stupid. If you find this happening to you, consider this. Firstly, please assume, based on several thousand years of successful practice by oceanic minds, that whoever put these methods of meditation together knew what they were doing. Secondly, for any formula to work properly, all of the ingredients need to be present. You may not like flour, but try baking a cake without it. The same is true of the system of meditation, and everything that's mentioned here is included for a reason, even the bowing to inanimate things. The ego will attempt to unravel your practice a strand at a time. Follow the instructions closely and don't deviate from them. Before you have a color meditation, please read the next chapter on distractions. It is extremely important to understand what to do when you lose focus. The method taught below is the same technique you will use for all of the other meditation techniques that follow. We like to think of distraction as the enemy of focus. It is not. It is a symptom of why we find it difficult to focus, which is the fact that our mind is overstimulated. Chris Bailey. Thank you.